Wow, back again. Something I've been thinking about. Was really blessed to do a conversation, a private community, just this week actually, about how to create funding for your business by using a book or Kickstarter or WeFunder. And so, for those you've never heard of WeFunder, you should definitely check them out. It's a pretty cool platform. Um, But one of the things that I think is apparent is that a lot of people think that doing a book is really difficult, and it's not. I'm very blessed and fortunate to have a bookstore in my family, and so just made 24 years in the business. Celebrated it last Saturday in New York City. We're one of the oldest Black bookstores in the country, and it's called Sisters Uptown Bookstore. Let me just share that screen. And because of that, being part of that book world for the last 20 some years, um, it's really simple. I created a really simple list. And for anybody watching, I'm going to go over that list of how to get your book done. And then we're going to go through what you could do as far as funding, using that book to create a funding resource for you. So hopefully you're tuning in and you're seeing this live here on LinkedIn, but also I'm trying to see. Okay, we do have it live here. Okay, cool. I do as far as funding. I wanted to make sure we're live on YouTube also. So definitely check this out and enjoy. So, like I said, Sisters Uptown Bookstore is in my family. I'm going to do other things while I chat with you guys. So definitely leave a comment so I can keep track of what's going on. But I'm going to share my screen with this list. And the list is, I know it by heart. It's really simple. The first thing you want to make sure you do is set aside at least $50 to $60 to get your book copywritten. You can go to copyright.gov and see what the prices are this week. But copywritten, you need to make sure your book is being copywritten. You can't copyright your title, but you can definitely copyright the actual book itself. So the second thing actually after you do the copyright is that you want to make sure your ISBN, the number that's on the back of the book, that you own that, and make sure that that's something that you are using. Lastly, and not lastly in general, but lastly in this section about the ISBN number, you want to probably get the pack of 10. That's $2.99, because you need one ISBN number for your ebook, one for your print book, and one for your audiobook. And each separately costs $125. So that's $375 versus $2.99 for 10. You might as well get the pack of 10, right? You can go to a website called My Identifiers. That's the only site that sells ISBN numbers that's authorized in the US. Go check out that website and you'll definitely get to understand how to create your ISBN number. Sorry for I was thinking about something else. I want to make sure that you guys know also when you create your ISBN number, you do need a barcode, but Amazon does give you a free barcode, so you don't have to pay extra for that. But lastly, you're going to need somebody to take the book and put it into what's called KDP format, which is Amazon. There's also Ingram Spark. You need somebody for that to put that book in that format, also for Ingram Spark. So I use a guy on Fiverr, charges $70 to put everything into the KDP format. And so we're at, $2.99 for your book, for your 10 numbers. We're at $50 to $70 for your copyright. And then we're at $70 for the guy to convert your Word document into an EPUB format. And that is pretty much almost done. We do want to create your cover. Now, there's a pretty cool website called CoverJig. So you can use Canva to create the cover, and then go to coverjig.com, and coverjig.com will allow you to create the right type of cover for the format of the book, whether it's ebook or audiobook or a regular print book. and that has to be uploaded to KDP on Amazon. Again, all the stuff is pretty much it's free. It's not really cost to when it comes to talking about Amazon and we're talking about uploading and everything like that. So really talking about the cost of the cover, your Canva account, your ISBN numbers, and the price of coverage, which is $50. And of course, also the person that you need to edit your Word document into or I guess it's convert your Word document. It's not edit. Convert your Word document into KDP. So in the conversion space, before you do that, obviously you want to edit your document, and you can use something called Grammarly. It's pretty inexpensive. We'll definitely have a list of beta readers, maybe like 5 to 10 people that can read your book. Again, we're talking about using a book to create funding for your business. So you're like, hey, Martin, you got me. It's pretty simple to create a book. It's under $1,000 or really like $700. Most people hire somebody like me as a book coach or a consultant or a strategist. I'm all of those things. And I typically charge $250. So, it's something like maybe $750 for this whole process. The thing that's interesting though, and I think this is where the funding comes in, a lot of us are sitting on this great wealth of information that's here that you've probably never thought about somebody else being able to buy that information and you being able to use that process to get your first seed round of funding for your business. And with a platform like Kickstarter is one of those platforms that lets you raise money via the internet. And also they have a already predetermined list of thousands of people who already contributed to publishing projects. For instance, one that we're going to talk about is Black Sands Entertainment. And Black Sands Entertainment was able to, the first Kickstarter, I think they did it for over $60K. The second Kickstarter they did, I think it was almost like $50K. And then eventually, after I would say maybe 4 to 5 years, they went on Shark Tank. They raised $500,000 via Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban investing in them. And then after that, they decided they wanted to include the audience that has been supportive of them all these years, bought the Kickstarter, bought thousands of the graphic novels or the comic books. And they said, we're going to do a WeFunder. So there's get the book done. Then there's take it over Kickstarter and do a successful Kickstarter. Maybe do a second Kickstarter if you're necessary for volume 2 or what have you. Go to WeFunder. Now, in that space, you're building audience. You're not just alone. WeFunder allowed Black Sands Entertainment to raise $2.3 million from non-accredited investors. So that's the process. The book, getting the book done, about $750 total. Then going over to Kickstarter and using the either maybe you're funding the printing of the book, maybe you're funding, you want to distribute the book for free to certain schools or what have you. And then after Kickstarter, then you have the book, you distribute it, selling it's on Amazon. You're in bookstores like my aunt's bookstore, Sisters Uptown Bookstore. You're doing a book tour, and actually you can use Kickstarter, for a bunch of different things, but you could use it to fund your book tour. And then after that, you're looking at hopefully having an audience and having at least an email list of 1,000 people, and then looking at that and saying, is it the right time to go to WeFunder, which allows you to raise up to $3 million period, due to the Jumpstart a Business Act, the Jobs Act. You can do that, and so it's not pretty expensive to do this. That's why I wanted to take the time, dump it out of my head, create a video for it, have it there. I'm actually going to go over to WeFunder and show a couple of things on WeFunder. I think that's really interesting, at least for me, because I'm really a fan of what Black Sands has been able to do. Also, I want to show you this real quick. Let's see. Yeah. this is one of the cool sites you can use to create a mock-up of your book. It's called placeit.net, and this helps with marketing. A lot of times people think that you just create the book and people buy it. No, you got to market the book, right? But when you market the book, you need the ability to be able to make it look like, see how you can make the book appear anywhere? You just need the cover of your book, the spine and the cover. And you get that what we talked about earlier on CoverJig. You come over here and it tells you what size you need. You go take that image to a size editor online, make it the spine the size you need, and then you can just add that. Do I have the spine? I think I have it that right size. Let me see. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna log in. Okay, cool. So anyway, and then that's it. And you make the book the mock up of whatever you want. You can have it without a background. 1,001 things you can do with this. So I really do recommend. I think it's one of the. Oh, dang it! I realized I wasn't sharing my screen after all that. My bad, y'all. Let me share my screen. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, cool. It is sharing. Okay, I thought it wasn't sharing. But placeit.net, it's a really cool site. You can choose models. You can choose like a library. You can choose a bookstore. You can choose an iPhone. All these different type of mockups that you create to help you market your book. That's one of the tools I highly recommend. And then, of course, there's going on podcasts to talk about your book as far as marketing. But the bigger concept for everybody to take away, and I'm going to be going in a few minutes, is just that you can use your book to raise money for your business, especially if you're the subject matter expert in your business. If you're one of the people that really know your industry, really, let's say F with it that way, then everybody should really have a book if you're in that type of space. And so let me share this real quick. This is wefunder.com. This is the Black Sands Entertainment fundraising that they did. It shows who the team is. It shows what their background is, what they've been able to do, how many places they've been, the media they covered, and they're convincing investors on the platform and part of their circle. So I love like Kickstarter and WeFunder because you get to use someone else's platform with built-in investors, and you get to do CRM, customer relation management, outside to regular folks who are just following. You can bring these two people or groups of people together for your funding. And it takes a minute. It's not you get done tomorrow. You have to plan this out. You can see some of the cool features that they've included on their WeFunder. But I do want, the reason I did this is I want people to know you don't just have to go to a bank. You don't just have to go to a venture capitalist. You don't just have to go to an angel investor. You can do this yourself, and it's possible. It is 100% possible, and something that you should really consider when you are. And I love the deck that Black Sands created for this project, and that's what I love also about this process is that this process is very transparent. It has to be for Securities and Exchange Commission's rules. Again, this is for investors who are accredited, but also investors who are not accredited because of the Jumpstart Business Act that Obama created. Allows you to fundraise online without having to do any crazy things. So this is the deck. I'm sorry, I thought I was showing the deck. This is a deck that Black Sands Entertainment created that got them to the 2.1 million funding, and tells you what they're getting funding for, what they're going to use it for. And it's it's pretty. It's not a super enthusiastic. It's like a graphic driven deck. It's explaining what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. What WeFunder has is a super graphic. To me, it has a site that lets you do that. So I like the site of WeFunder for that, and that's what we were looking at. Let me get back there. Where is it at? There you go. So main reason for me doing this video is to just talk about the fact that you can use a book to create funding, get it from Amazon KDP to Kickstarter, then the WeFunder. Hope you guys are having a pleasant Sunday. I'll be back soon, if not tomorrow morning, with our morning traffic report. All right.